Hello everyone, Dead Spikes here. Today I'm going over a new hot fix that came out today. I am super excited to go over this because there's a huge amount of buffs that Zane will be getting. It is going to be awesome, and I have not seen this many buffs on Zane since one of the first few patches. So I hope you guys are impressed as well. We also have some Bloody Harvest buffs here too, so let's get into it. So, today, Bloody Harvest returns to Borderlands 3, and with it comes weapon balance changes and adjustments to Zane the Operative. These changes will be live on all platforms by 12 p.m. PT. To apply hotfixes, wait at the main menu until you see a sign that says hotfixes applied. If you're experiencing any issues and want to provide feedback, please submit a ticket to support2gate.com. The turn of Bloody Harvest comes haunted enemies and a terror frightening status effect that will leave Vault Hunters a little shaken up. Haunted enemies can inflict the terror debuff, which will affect your aim and partially cloud your vision, but could leave you with a boost of power when paired with the anointments that will only be available during the event. The landscape of Borderlands 3 has changed since last year, and with that, the terror anointments are also receiving some balance changes today. Players who don't want to see haunted enemies are able to turn off the Bloody Harvest event. A lot of people complained about that last year, so I'm happy to see that, and I hope you guys are as well. Activate Bloody Harvest, which will be active from October 8th to November 5th. Oleta will now consistently lead players to the Trader Weed testing area in Bonnie of Blood. Using the Galaxy Brain modifier will no longer prevent players from talking to Krieg or entering the loot room on the Psycho Krieg and the Fantastic Buster Cluck. Thank God, because that was really annoying trying to farm the final boss, because Big Head mode really helped out a lot, in my opinion. But it stopped you from being able to go through the portal. So, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Gearbox. All right, next we're on to the Bloody Harvest weapon and anointment changes. These changes will impact existing and newly dropped guns with terror anointments on them during Bloody Harvest. The Fearmonger, they increase the number of bullets shot per terror level, increased weapon damage. Hell yeah, guys. This Fearmonger is going to be crazy. I want to see the Fearmonger come back. I'm excited. Stalker, increased weapon damage. Stalker was never anything, and it probably will not be. Gas Call, increasing the weapon damage. I hope the Gas Call fares, but back in the day, it couldn't get an anointment. So I hope maybe they made it so it can get an anointment, but we'll see. While Terrified gain increased damage and fire rate, the more terror you have, the higher the bonus. Increased the damage bonus. Very nice. While Terrified, deal 50% bonus cryo damage. Increased it to 75%. That's still not enough to make that one viable, in my opinion. While Terrified, enemy bolts have a chance to reflect off you. The more terror you have, the higher the bonus. An action skill and applied terror to yourself every 5 seconds for the next 18 seconds. Adjusted the text to match what was happening in game. After phase grasping enemy, Amara fires terror skulls. Increase the damage bonus. Using attack command, consumes all terror, and Flax Pet gains 50% bonus fire damage for a short time. Increased damage bonus. You know, I really dislike that Gearbox doesn't put numbers, you know? I kind of wish they'd say, how much did you increase it, you know? Don't just put increased damage bonus. That's unfortunate. It makes reading these patch notes not as good as they could be. The gunner, after reloading, consumes all terror and create a Nova that deals cryo damage. Increase the damage bonus again. All burst weapons increase the burst rate of AR, SMG, and pistol weapons. Does not affect legendary weapons, and it really should. Laser Exploder, increased damage scaling and magazine side. Again, if I saw the percent on this, I would think maybe the Laser Exploder would be viable again, but I don't know. We'll see. Conference Call. Initial target will now be hit with the weapon's extra projectiles. You see, I actually like the Conference Call. A lot of people don't, but I do. So I would be excited to try that out. Maggie, increasing the weapon damage. Maggie's already decent, so that could be good. Psycho Stabber, increase the melee damage. I've been wanting this for a long time. The Psycho Stabber felt like it was the melee weapon of the game to me, of the base game anyway. And I'm glad they buffed that melee damage. Now we'll see how good it is. Masterwork Crossbow, one of my favorite weapons. Increasing that weapon damage. I bet you we can make a good build out of that now. Changes to Zane the Operative. Today we're releasing several changes to Zane's passive skills and class mods. After buffing weapons, we started looking at how class mods were impacting the build diversity of the Vault Hunter. After investigating community feedback, we developed these changes to make more class mods viable for Zane in the end game. Most of the passive skill buffs changed today are used by class mods that had been underperforming Additionally, changes to Zane are already planned, with some coming in future hotfixes and patches. All right, let's read all these goodie bags we have here. All right, so we are starting with skill changes, and we have Cold Bore here, increased bonus damage. This skill only provides extra damage on the first bullet of a weapon swap. This bonus happens infrequently by nature, so you massively buffed the damage. With this change, we are interested to see new builds centered around small magazines, sniper rifles, and more. Duct tape mod. I really don't think Cold Bore is going to be very viable. I mean, I run it in my build, but I don't think I'm going to base weapons around it. Anyways, duct tape mod. Decreased grenade cooldown by half. We found that the value of this passive skill was limited by the cooldown between each grenade. So we've cut that in half. Players will need to be conscious of the cooldown time and type of grenade mod they equip to maximize maximum value out of the passive skill. I am interested to see what that becomes. Like a ghost, increased chance to ignore bullets, increased the bonus for each active action skill. Stacking a bonus only occurs each time one of Zane's action skills is activated. This is infrequent in the late game, as players generally extend their action skill duration time. We've made this change with that playstyle in mind. Trick of Light, increased damage bonus. The damage from this skill depends on the number of enemies targeting Zane and Zane's clone and can occasionally be unpredictable. To better account for this inconsistently, we've buffed the damage bonus. Surf Clothed, increased damage from the Cryonovas. Fertility Belt, increase the damage reduction. To help encourage players to consider builds that remove elemental damage, we've buffed the damage mitigation to be stronger here. All right, so now looking at all these buffs, the first two are about the only one I really care about. I think Cold Bore and Duct Tape Mod are the only ones that could possibly help a build out. I don't think Zane has a problem surviving. Zane has no problem with staying alive. And with that being said, all these skills that increase survivability, like a ghost, and Fertility Belt, I don't think need the buff at all. They don't need to be buffed. They just need to buff the damage skills, in my opinion. After playing with Moze, I do feel like Zane is not performing at nearly the level of the other Vault Hunters for damage output. He's still a great Vault Hunter, but they need to increase his damage output. I don't know what they need to do, but they need to do something. Now let's go over the class mods. Antifreeze, increased movement speed while taking cryo damage. That's going to be interesting. So now you're going to move quicker while you're cryoed. Increase the damage bonus of the Conductor. The damage bonus of the class mods depending on the amount of action skill duration time you have left. Like Trick of Light, this damage can feel inconsistent. We have increased the damage bonus to provide more reliable damage. Yeah, it's hard to go with because you're not running Seeing Dead to get that infinite action skill time. So, I don't know. We'll see. Executor. Now, this is the class mod I like. This is the second best Seeing Dead, in my opinion. And they buffed it. Increased stat bonuses. Players suggested that the stat bonuses provided as a kill skill weren't strong enough to feel the value. We buffed each significantly. Executor may be viable now. I think it was viable prior after the Digiclone buff, but now it's going to be pretty good, in my opinion. I think I'm going to make an Executor build, and it will be fun. Expert. Increase the chance of recharge to Sentinel cooldowns and active duration. The intent of this class mod is to provide a way to keep Zane's drone active near indefinitely, but at just 5% chance to fill the cooldown and duration. It wasn't consistent enough. We've increased the likelihood of this behavior occurring. Expert needs to be taken out. There is not a single buff, in my opinion, that you could do to this class mod to make it viable. It makes no sense at all. Even if that was 100%, if it was a 100% chance to get your Sentinel duration back after getting a kill, it would not be viable. It would still not be. Because Seeing Dead is so much better at doing that job. And it gives the damage boost. The reason Seeing Dead is so strong is not because of the base component of keeping your action or keeping your kill skills up. That's really good. But the secondary effect of giving all of your kill skills a 25% increase is really what makes Seen Dead so strong and making it so all these other class mods can't perform at the same level. So what I suggested is that they don't give Seen Dead that 25% boost, but instead they give Death Follows Close a point, which would do the same thing. So make it so Seen Dead can put a point into Death Follows Close and then allow some of these other class mods to do the same thing. Like let Executor get the same thing. Maybe let Conductor, Antifreeze, let them all get the same buff so they can perform at the same level of Seen Dead. They said they are going to be doing more buffs in the future, and I hope to see that. That'll do it for this update on Borderlands 3. It should be live already if you are watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. It does help me out a lot. If you'd like to see some more tutorials like this, consider subscribing to the channel. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Spikes out.